One final map on day one of ESL Challenger League in CS2. Boggs and Pineapple Phillips with you as always for this evening, and we get ourselves Inferno for map 3. It does not get much more classic Counter-Strike than that. Take Flyte are on the CT side again, Nate. This pistol round is incredibly important. They won both on map 2 and won it 13-10. They just have to close out one more, and they've got the reverse sweep and their first victory on Counter-Strike 2.
Would be big. Definitely an accomplishment under the belt. I must also say I love Gabe using no skin on the USP. That new model is sick.
It is very clean.
It is a small sacrifice, I must say, but one that I love. It's going to be a Halls pop for Unjustified. Slowly in control. 3 players are here. Here comes the Toti from middle. Gabe under towards porch is going to be completely bypassed as they jump into the pit, but Sandman finds 2 immediately. Seb only good for 1 as well. Gabe trades that out, and what looked to be a very good and heads-up play is kind of falling apart. Wolfie and Lake left to try and pick up the pieces. 1 on site, 1 in pit. Lake and target rich environment. Those shots are landing. There we go. Some damage on the Gabe, but not to kill as of yet. Wolfie trying to put a headshot box. I like the call. Can he find them all? The 1 and 2. Lake finds a 3rd, and Wolfie with the final rounds in his mag does it in. An ugly round for Kojimo. An ugly way to go. Unjustified. Steal away a pistol that probably should not have been there.
Oh, that happened. That is one of the Counter-Strike 2 plays of all time. Remember that one, folks. That one's going down in the history books. Holy. Wolfie, really good control there to not just spam, though, I will say. That was very disciplined to Wolfie. And now we see Gabe with a Zeus in hand. Zeus skins win, Gaben.
Oh, only 72
Unlucky.
or was that 82 damage? 82 damage. That's hard. But the pyramid stack. That Zeus might have beckoned them into the pyramid. Truly, it's a full saver. Being close for it. They will get one. Not quite the second yet, but it is a distinct possibility for xaler. Will finally be that player in. He will get an upgrade as well, that Galil. I don't think he'll be allowed to save it, however.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb plant will go down on A. That's the smart call. Send, if you're gonna send anybody, send the Mac 10s. The MP7 could be deadly later on. I didn't realize how deep that cubby was either. That really has changed in a lot of ways, a lot of subtle ways. I don't feel like that cubby was quite as deep before. I knew it was deep, but
Yeah, I think it's a lot deeper now.
it feels like it. I really like the changes on A as well. So, in spite of our early conjecture, this has started out T-sided. Granted, these rounds are relatively 50-50. Rifle buy will come out for Take Flight, though. Get rid of the early round shenanigans, or the early game shenanigans, excuse me. Get into the rifles proper. Gabe, compromising on an MP9, fair. He'll get extra utility for Banana. MDS will have an M10 auto shoddy as well for the defense, which could be very scary towards Halls or towards top Banana choke point. You have a pause called of a technical variety. And we've yet to see what Unjustified invest into.
It'll be interesting. It is a server issue right now for the pause, so we'll be back not too far in the distant future, but still a little bit longer than a short pause could be justifiably called. I do like the XM call, Inferno classic for the shotguns. MP9 also a good choice too. Unjustified SMGs out. I would not like to see Lake really invest into anything. Maybe Cyrix drops him a Tech 9. Or a Deagle. Now, the MP7. That is a curious call to me.
It was in the last round as well.
But it's still a curious call.
It is.
Because it costs 450 more than a Mac 10.
Is it 1500? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's 1500.
I remember it being 1700 back in the day, but they did bring it back
Yeah, they
down in line
nerfed
with
that.
the MP5.
Yep. And nobody still uses the MP7 or the MP5 because neither gun is really viable when the Mac 10 is a thing.
MP5 is goofy, MP7 more strong.
Yes, I agree. I'm an MP7 enjoyer, not an MP5 stan.
But I'm all for goofy. So I am disappointed.
The Bison.
Okay, that's fair. Aggression down bananas, what we wanted to see from an MP9 and an auto shotty. Unfortunately for them, no one's really pressuring. Instead, it's just be 3 players going in towards halls. Keep in mind, this buy from Unjustified isn't the best. They bought sparingly to ensure it was a bonus. 3 SMGs, a Galil, and an AK. This could still very well go their way. No one's playing up on balcony. xaler playing below instead, next to the truck. It's going to be an interesting one. Good utility remaining for the T's. Not so much the defenders, however. Only have a couple flashes and a nade remaining on MDS. Here comes the utility. Gonna be a hole spot. Wolfie taking point, jumps out towards short. xaler misses the spray, but will connect on the second. Other on site is caught by Sandman, and xaler just enough ammo left to catch that player truck side. It is a complete collapse of this attacking team. Unjustified find Italy squat. They try to spread out and find at least something to go off of. All 5 fall while finding nothing. Galil upgrade secured for Gabe as well, and Take Flight are on the board. The convincing CT side victory.
Very convincing CT side victory. But it was against the weaker buy, so it's not exactly something we can consider tail of the tape just yet. Galil, Deagle, Tech 9, Deagle Armor, Block. Still dangerous in the hands of Unjustified. Take Flight cannot relax here. We've seen Unjustified win plenty before, although Arcade does go down. That's still a Deagle for Seb now to pick up and use, if he's able to make his way over there and grab the hand cannon. In comes the jump. Kojo swings out wide, picks up a pair, gets a dink onto a third too. xaler actually getting 2 of those. Make it 3 on the round. 2 casualties, though, not ideal for Take Flight. That's a lot more loss than they would have liked in the round. But we're all tied at 2. And now the guns can come through from Unjustified. AKs across the board. Galil for Lake for extra utility. Perhaps Wolfie will join the party. Nope. AK for Wolfie. And Arcade. Krieg, no... Okay, AK and double flash. AK Molly. All right.
Sure. Okay.
Krieg, no utility was a bit of a stretch, but I respect AK Molly.
Or they give you a conniption and then sell afterwards. There's point. Aggression banana completely called out. It's 4 kills for the price of 1. Cyrix the last alive, down towards T stairs. The round is over before it can even really begin proper. 17 HP remaining for Cyrix as well. Not long for this world. Have him with his auto shotty. Yes, he does. AK upgrade should be secured. Yes, it is. And this is what I expected. A CT side takeover. And it has been a very large takeover at that. 10k in the bank for MDS. 9k for xaler. 6.3 for Kojimo. We'll have to reinvest, however. But they have quickly surpassed their opponent's scoreline and now also built up a bank to support them.
The CT side is starting to take over here. And it definitely should be the stronger side in the early days of Inferno. We don't really know much utility for it yet. It hasn't been fully flushed out on the T side in general. And a shotgun, the XM, always nice to use. If Take Flight lose this round, though, I think they're going to find themselves in a little bit of a sour mood. Was that a bait run? Was that a run to bait? No, surely not. Yeah, no, he's backed away. Thought for a second there Wolfie was trying to bait in a push, but now he's just going to back away. Night, Wolfie.
To say, Unjustified love their pistol rounds. That's when they go aggressive. They're not really going aggressive right now. They spread out. Find nothing. Wolfie caught across the map. They will finally group up and try to deathball towards B, but the setup is strong, I must say. MBS finds 1, MBS a second, MBS a third, and Gabe finds the 4th. Another shutout for the defense. expected against pistols, but you always have to be worried because it is unjustified on said weapons. That worry was unwarranted, however. Fortitude secured more money in the bank. And the wind in Take Flight's sails.
The wind is fully behind Take Flight. You might even say it's generating a nice amount of lift right now, Nate. The only thing is, you lose a wing, fall out of the sky. This banana control here, good utility from Take Flight. There's the nade pop. There's the nade pop in the smoke that you've been looking for since before we even started this game, before we even started the series. Only thing is, do anything at all with info. Boost up for Arcade, and there's a nice pick on MDS. How much more can we get from Unjustified here in this round? Counter utility being thrown down. And the bomb is rotated out towards A. It's a good rotation call from Unjustified, especially given the fact that Wolfie's just hanging out here. Sandman, though, gets the drop on him. Wolfie's just staring out towards brackets. And now, Take Flight into 2-2 split. Have Unjustified in a bit of a waffle. Are they going to go A? Are they going to go B? Only thing is, look at CT, wide open, and Cyrix opens up one more towards A. This push from Lake can also sow confusion as the bomb is going to make its way towards the A side proper. Meanwhile, Lake's just going to hang out in CT spawn, look to drown out any rotations.
Kojima can't barrel one and the spot on a second. He knows the ops here. Doesn't want to peek the same angle. He knows that would be foolhardy. Just going to buy time with utility. I like this from Kojima. Hold your nerve. Stand strong. Jump up spotted. No, not quite. Cyrix can take him down over the smoke. That is now the A side taken. Two players rotating on middle. xaler, Gabe, pretty quick with it, but they should be expected here. Cyrix in towards small pit and a player top graveyard. This should be a very difficult retake at best. Apartments spotted, but still not taken down. A sloppy spray proves to be the undoing of Gabe. Even just xaler. Over towards Arch now. 1 versus 3, not really doable unless he finds a clean kill very shortly. And of course, none will be presented. The drop. He might go for exits, but he doesn't even go for that. He's sticking around for an awfully long time.
With the bomb radius, this is dangerous.
It's huge, but he does have full HP.
Okay, he's fine.
He'll be fine.
Terrorists win.
Bomb goes out without a hitch. No exits found. 3 survive for Unjustified. They do finally get back into the winner's column. But again, that was not like a round that came off a set play or something similar. That was a round that came off of probing information and mid-round calling.
I wonder what this mech pause is going on right now.
Another one.
Oh, hope it's not too long. Okay. Wish was granted.
I call you out for jinxing it yet again, but
I can't do it every single map, can I?
you have a lot of power as a caster, Bugs. Whenever there is an alliteration to be found, you will become notorious.
Alliterations are... Ooh! Opening from Cyrix that fast. Sandman went hunting towards middle. I think he was trying to cross the boiler, but he got punished on the jump, and... Well, there's a good start. A very good start.
Best start that could be asked. In fact, actually, I guess the only better start would be finding Kojima on the op duel. Just up towards the banana. There's a player close, toying with the idea of peeking. That's MDS. He has had a fiery hot start for the CT side, but winning this duel here would be a tall order to say the least. Peeking against the op, doesn't get the kill. He will find one, but it's only one. Flashes from Gabe R2 late. Seb gets the trade, maintains the advantage as well. And these players can now run in. They know roughly where Gabe is. Gabe will try to maintain some control. Hard pressed to do so. Good spot and kill. Bomb plant though will still go down. 3 versus 3 is doable. They don't have any smokes. It's only a Molotov and an 8 for Kojima.
Gabe has opportunities, but he's shut down by Cyrix again. The op shining up here for Unjustified in round number 8. Blake in, Cyrix with a Hattie. He's making the op work on T-side Inferno. Quite nice from Cyrix, and we're all tied. Parity at 4 apiece. Another technical timeout, lads. Come on, man.
Now, is it a player end or is it a server end?
Looks like they want to do a server swap, so I think this one might take a while, folks. It's looking like this one is going to be a hot minute. So,
Buckle in.
yeah, buckle up. Yeah.
Get your snacks, get your drinks, got some water. Pretty important.
Stay hydrated.
Oh, certainly. Especially this late hour.
Yeah. 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
7:30 Pacific.
And then probably the wee hours of the morning over across the pond in Europe. If my calculations are correct, it is
like 8 or 9 hours ahead of me, so like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
CEST is 8 hours ahead of me, so it's about what?
You're at
Why
9.
is my math not mathing?
So 9 plus 8 would be 17, so 5:30.
Yeah, around there.
5:30 Central European.
Yep.
I see.
That's early.
The early morning grinders are up and already watching the game.
Or they just haven't gone to bed yet.
Those are not early morning grinders. Those are late night gremlins.
Well, folks, this one's going to take a while, so I think we're going to cut to a break here, and when we come back, we will have the conclusion of Inferno and this series. So stick around. We'll be here in just a jiffy.
You sure about that one?
There's the third. There's the third, Nate.
We'll wait.
We will wait.
Any more interesting conversations that could be had right now? Coach was.
Whoa.
That was a lot of sounds really quickly.
That was loud.
Fun fact, that is not a real round. That is still 4-4.
Yes. It will be match medic too, so we'll get all that fixed and sorted.
Coming back to us, ladies and gentlemen, there are some server-side issues that are being addressed. We're swapping servers, as we mentioned, making things buttery smooth for the players. And so we'll wait, hopefully get reconnected sooner rather than later. But actually, it's something that might be a little bit longer than expected. So we are going to finally take that break. When we return, we will have the conclusion of Map 3, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. It took a little while, but you know what? Not as long as some pauses have had, or have been in ECL. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Boggs, and we do have a rifle round upon us. It's tied up 4-piece, ops on both sides of the equation. AKs versus M4s, a true CT versus T round.
I would say it's a pretty critical juncture for Take Flight here, as they're on the CT side and it's tied at 4 apiece. You want at least 8 rounds on your CT side of Inferno, and preferably 9. Not looking great so far, though. Especially with that start. Kind of all started lopsided.
Yeah,
Wolfie's 3K backside on the pistols.
Yeah, the pistols gave a second as well, and then of course 2 more. They lose this round, they're not going to have money to go for another investment. It could spell disaster. Again, this feels like a very set map because all of the lineups have been changed. 3 for the price of 1, make it 4. Kojimo, the only one offering any resistance on the site, and we said that Take Flight needed to get the ball rolling, and they did the exact opposite. MDS, the last alive across the map, should be saving his rifle for the following, even if he's allowed to. Which doesn't seem too likely. I'd have to imagine Unjustified are rather keen on hunting. A couple of them should be, if they've read the economy right. 5-4 for Unjustified secured, and 6 looking likely.
Very likely a 6 here. Although the pistols can always do some damage, a little more so on CT on Inferno.
Terrorists win.
Let's see what they can do here. The M4 save does give them a little more to stand on. Some upgraded pistols, maybe even an SMG can come forward here as well, which is always nice. XM for Gabe, I like that purchase. Deagle for xaler. Never mind. 2 shotguns though, an XM and a Mag 7. The good old-fashioned swag. Gotta love the swag, man.
You do. It's no longer the Pwnal 1 special, though. We're in CS2. Someone else has to pick up the title of MDS pressuring down halls. Aggressive. I like the rifle taking point in such an angle. That could be a deciding factor. That weapon could be recovered as well if timing is played out correctly. This M1014, this auto shotgun up top on B as well, could prove meddlesome. And the Mag 7 is close to the lead as well. Oh no. Tiptoeing Gabe is caught. No kills found, just a bit of damage. That's the worst case for the XM in that situation.
Well, there's one on the lake, at least.
CT's gone.
I think he waltzed all the way up A.
That would make sense. Said catch a salmon. 2 rifles remain for Kojimo and MDS. xaler could find something here close to this P250. He actually finds one. There's still time on the bomb as well. Cyrix will trade short, but the P250 is running it down. Finding the kill. No, it's out of arrow. Cyrix gets the no-scope, and Seb finds the final. It's a scary round down to the bitter end, but it is won by Unjustified. They guarantee themselves at least a tie at the end of this first half, but they should be keen on finding 7 or 8.
That's a stunning scoreline for a T side here on CS2. And for Unjustified, a good response considering their lackluster performance on Ancient. Now, they still do have to win a CT side after the end of this, so there is that. But Take Flight can still bring this back to a tie ball game. 2 rounds to go. They're looking for sticks. They desperately need it. Arcade thinks better of tossing the nade forward, and instead will probably use that for some damage later on. Take Flight not aggressing, though. It's a very standard 3-2 setup right now from the CTs. This is about as classic Inferno as you get. Good nade into logs. Nobody there, though, unfortunately, for the CT side. And Take Flight will now just go to more passive holding positions with xaler in a bit of a flux rotation spot. No, Gabe's going to go back towards A. They're going to stack 4. Well, fast rotation, 3.5, if you want to call it that. A lot rests on the shoulders of MDS to buy time.
She's in some pressure here sooner rather than later. Wolfie could sell a fake quite well from this position. And that flash, he has so much information. It's the spot, shows presence. It is 2 on B. The question is, can they hold this off with the near complete lack of utility? There's nothing on these defenders' utility belts. Regrouped up a 4th lining up utility, and here it comes. It's going to be this B play. Smoke CT, smoke towards the coffins. And 2 on the side. MDS up top. Wolfie, in the meanwhile, sells a fake towards A. The 3rd player there. MDS has to do it all. He finds one. Lake drops Gabe, though. Now MDS is stuck in a corner. He'll swing. He'll be good enough to find a second. It's not enough to make this retake possible. Kojimo and xaler heading for the hills. And a 7th secured for Unjustified, as they're making us eat our words box. We said this should be a CT-sided map by virtue of all the lineups being essentially erased and changed. That's not the case here.
It's not, and it's definitely a bit of a concern for Take Flight. Unless they can replicate the success that Unjustified is having on their own T side, then Take Flight are not going to take flight in this series. It's a bit of a predicament they put themselves in, and it all started with losing that pistol round for sure. They had that one unlocked, Nate. They got wolfied.
But now their main issue, I would say, is their spacing on utility. It's been really bad. Like, they've had no utility once their take comes through. Unjustified can just sit and wait. Show a little bit of presence here and there with some spam in the apartments or something similar. And then just wait out the utility. And then they get a free waltz in. There's no Molotovs to greet them, no nades. It might be because they've hamstrung the CT economy so much, but I would say more so it's just the lack of utility pacing from Take Flight on the defense.
Oh, there's 2 from Take Flight to respond to the opening from Lake. That's a good response. For the first time in a long time, there's something positive for Take Flight here. Last round of the half, and they have to make it count. Utility going in for a B take, though. Rotations will be a 2-2 split. The op from Kojo going up towards what used to be coffins. He's going to back away behind that smoke and just take cover. Maybe rip a pot shot or 2 through, but not going to go for anything just yet. MDS coming in through church as well. Cyrix taken down low, but not out of the picture. 3v4 hold for Unjustified. It is winnable. It will require a considerable amount of prowess, particularly from that op in the hands of Cyrix. Lake's down towards water. Flash for Arcade to toss through for Lake to go fishing. Now the retake's on. Down goes Arcade. Cyrix needs 1. He gets 1. Lake has 2. It's all up to Sandman. Night, Sandman. 8-4. Unjustified. A commanding lead as we head into half number 2.
Commanding lead for Unjustified, heading into their defense, upending our own expectations, and leaving a lot of pressure on Take Flight to take this pissed around. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Boggs. You have a rather simple buy for Take Flight on the T side. Utility dropped to xaler from Gabe, and a P250 Super Soldier for MDS. Double dually Super Soldier. It's a lot of words to say, a lot of doubles. One of those two is already dispatched. Lake taken down. Wolfie, the second remaining. And Cyrix or Sandbags not checked. Interesting. All five here. This is okay. One, no second, unfortunately. But Seb, it's his turn to strike finding two. He's tied. Even footing 2 versus 2, and the bomb plant coming.
Bomb has been planted.
No kit in possession right now for Unjustified, and MDS working around Dirge. Kojo back to U-Box with those dualies in hand. Spots out one, removes the first. Arcade working in, knows where one is, knows where both fall. He's stuck in a sandwich. He gets gobbled up by Kojo. Critical pistol round victory, one they could not afford to lose. Take Flight. Check off box number 1 on a potential comeback trail.
The first of many hurdles required. Unjustified appear to be saving in this one, though, so they should have a second Take Flight. Everybody's kind of all over the place. MDS is not letting go of that shotgun.
It's treated him well. He's top of the scoreboard.
I think most of the kills have come from rifles, though. It hasn't been from the shotgun.
Let the man treat.
I will. I was curious. 3 Mac 10s and a Galil to round up that buy. And there is a 5.7 and a Deagle for Unjustified on Wolfie and Arcade. So damage, a distinct possibility in this one.
Oh, there's a nice one from Wolfie. Trading out Lake on the Sandman. MDS very low as well. Has to be careful. Gabe gaining ground as MDS goes and shoots stuff, trying to run distraction. Arcade picks up Gabe, though. MDS still in the red. He's picked up that XM, and he's not been able to use it effectively. Bomb going to the empty side, though. Cyrix does have a Galil. Shotgun! There we go. Well, there's a trade from Wolfie up on the flowers. He'll grab the XM and still hold the line, but it's been well read by Unjustified. xaler working around the arch side. Bomb up towards Apps, making its way down to Boiler. xaler's got to clear open this side. Will he catch anybody unawares, though? No, because Arcade's pushed in. And look at Cyrix and Pit. He's watching for it. Nice shot by Kojo, but time is of the essence. He's sprinting around, making all the noise. Wolfie's ready for it. Has he been heard? Wolfie drops down, shotgun in hand. Kojo doesn't clear it, and he gets XM'd. MDS's shotgun goes against him, and it's yet another pistol round victory for Unjustified.
Take Flyte. Overthinking that round in a big way. They had a player going towards A. Actually, two with the bomb. A third going towards B to try and just fake. Who finds one and then immediately gets traded. That gives all the information away. The bomb tried to go back towards B and immediately went back towards A following the death. By then, the rotations had already come through. The information had already been gained. Unjustified knew what was happening. There was no way for Take Flyte to get much control. They're going to invest. They know their backs are almost against the wall here. 2 Tech 9s. The Lil, AK, AK-10. Fleet of rifles with 1 shotgun to add insult to injury. MDSs, I'm sure.
It is.
Chunky nade. Lake will be the one to find the first kill. Xaler closes it into the Tech 9. Only there for 1 though. Can't death ball out. Wolfie from the rafters sprays down 2 before Gabe finally unleashes. 2 remaining. Getting into the site. Lined up by Cyrix. Lackluster end of the round, I'm sure, for Take Flyte. Not even a bomb plant to speak of. That means their economy is in the dumps. 5 Glocks. And there shouldn't be much else for this attacking side.
Glocks into a shotgun, which is still alive in the hands of Arcade, and the SMG in the hands of Cyrix. AK M4s, it should be 11. It should be double match, or not quite double match point, almost. It's pretty close for Unjustified. They're not there yet. They have to get it across the line. Nate, they cannot get lax. Pedal to the metal all the way through. Arcade, blind shoot, Arcade, shoot! Sandman with a team kill. Gabe goes down. Now Sandman falls too. The shotty finds a pair. Finally, it gets some damage done for Arcade. He does go down to the end of the folks, that was a bit of an awkward fight, but he will get both and not stay on the shotgun. He'll go for the SMG, the MP9, and understandably so.
Oh.
One of the most powerful guns going from CSGO into CS2. That has not really changed much.
I'm going to say unpopular opinion. Pick up the auto shotty. Use MDS's weapon against him for the 5th round in a row. True PSYOP fashion. Break
It would have
them
been
mentally.
funny.
It would have been really funny, haha. And in fact, we drop the MP9 and pick up... Wait, no, wait.
They've got
Gabe
money,
has
it's fine.
an auto shot. Wait, what's going on?
What's going
Gabe
on?
has one now?
What?
What's happening? Yeah, I don't know. They
What
bought
is
one on the
going
cheap
on?
side, and they dropped the MP9 anyway. Okay, I'm so confused. Drop one, and another one comes in. That's the only way I can think of it. Take Flyte, Lackluster, have Lil on Sandman. They have a M1014 on Gabe, who has struggled. He has fallen far from great pop status that he had on that one.
Yep. Can I just say MDS is a nice craft on a gold pinstripe?
He does. It is cool.
Although I like my Sprout craft better. Oof. It works though.
It's a good start. Also, though, Seb stymies the push in. Stymies the death ball towards B. Careful with Sailor in these halls, though. Gabe, there we go. An M10-14 kill going his way. That should be the B site cracked open. Lake in the back hall outside the church. Or to try and spam in hopes of finding something, but nothing will connect. And if there's one way in which Inferno is similar in CS2 and CSGO, it is saving.
Exit for Wolfie.
Yeah, I guess it's something, but
Yeah.
when his teammate goes down in the meanwhile to Kojima. Op will be maintained. I think that's a pretty big boon. Take Flyte staying alive, but again, feels quite late mounting a comeback. 6-11, still 5 separating these two teams.
It might seem like a long, hard road for Take Flyte, but it can very quickly evaporate. It's not a safe lead whatsoever for Unjustified. And they have to get the job done fast, or Take Flyte will get some momentum, will get some confidence, will believe again. And then, that's where things get awful for Unjustified. They've done so much work to get to this point. Have to get it across the line. Auto shotgun still in the hands of Gabe. He could have bought an AK, but he stays on the XM. Well, Nate. Will it work?
Good question. MDS again starting things off right. Arcade, though. Tempering expectations and tying it back up. 4 versus 4. Here's the tease. Sailor, this is a very difficult spot to be. Both of you are just around the corner from one another. Sailor knows he's there. He keeps peeking the balconies if he does. Here's the info. His teammate down all the way bottom spots him. That's a very difficult spot for Wolfie to be. He's lucky to be alive at this stage. We'll finally get out. Auto shoddy. Rear its head again. Gabe still in the corner, still surviving. The flames don't lick at his heels quite yet. Slow point. Take Flight have made a decision. It's going to be B. Shows we still have a smoke. They have to wait out. There it goes. It's from Arcade. Could go through it. Will they? That's the question.
Doesn't quite blow that smoke away, but Gabe still runs down Arcade nonetheless. Blake in the back of dark. Can't get anything done. And it's going to be another round in a row. 2 in a row now for Take Flight. Another save for Wolfie and Cyrix is be the weak point to exploit. I think Take Flight have found a hole in the armor. It's not even just a slight gap. It's like missing a pauldron or something. There's an awfully large area to exploit for Take Flight. And Unjustified, a timeout would not be uncalled for into the next round if they can buy up, which, actually, given their loss bonus, it might be better to save that until the following. But still, you do have 3, and I don't think Unjustified have used a timeout yet this map. So maybe calling one here and now is not a bad idea, considering you still should have a save if you can stay alive. Wolfie, do not over-aggress. This is not worth it, Wolfie. And he dies. That's gonna make these little, oh my gosh, Cyrix! They've lost all of them. And now it's full save time.
And now things get weird. And again, it's CS2. It was always gonna be weird. Question was, how weird would it be? Also, new P2K model goes hard.
It does.
Not as hard as
I would say
USP.
the Glock also looks very nice too.
Glock does look sick. USP is GOAT though. USP and A1S.
I will say the Glock actually looks incredibly accurate and also sounds rather accurate too.
It's fair. Realistic Counter-Strike. We strive for it. Taylor starts things off right too. It still is down mid. Can show a bit of chaos. Never mind. Like only good for 1. Last 2 are both on B, and that's where they're going. So an opportunity for Unjustified to find a little bit more damage. Oh, auto shotting. That's a very scary weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Here he comes, barreling in. Dinked,
Wow.
taken out by the USP of Arcade. They don't know the second one's here either. Don't commit in though. Go back. It somehow becomes doable. I think there's still an AK on the ground. Can't throw it out a banana anymore. There is. Okay, big pickup for Arcade. Probably drop it to Cyrix if I had to guess. Yep. There it is. The full HP player, but Kojimo is lurking around in middle.
Are they
Should be
saving?
able to find something. Yeah, they're saving. But Cyrix is the second one to save, and he drops the AK immediately. Arcade was also heard crossing towards alt mid. I don't think he's long for this world, Boggs.
Now they're going to hunt him, which is not exactly the best idea considering the lack of economy overall on the T side. And if Arcade even gets 1 extra, that's a lot of money bonus. He's heard him. Down goes Kojo. He does fall in the end, but that's extra cash. You don't really need to save the XM. You can get M4s in the next round, op for sure. So, overall, well worth getting that kill for Arcade. Cyrix back on the op. But now the gap is only 3. Things are going to start getting weird. It's already weird. They're going to get weirder.
It's been very weird.
Yeah. I just realized the M4 has a strap, a crossbody strap clip on the model now.
Yeah, it does.
For a second, I thought it was a
handguard.
canted sight, and I was very bemused.
Yeah, you press the middle mouse button to zoom in. It's kind of goofy the way it's affixed. It's not rotating. It's a very, I'd say an uncomfortable one to use for sure in normal.
Yeah. And it's not like there's even a strap there, so why have the clip?
Looks like it's just built into the gun. Handguard type beat. Slow round again for Take Flight.
Mm-hmm.
As you mentioned in map number 1, I thought Counter-Strike 2 was supposed to be faster. It's just the teams.
Yeah. It's taken the same amount of time, if not longer.
Yeah. Neither wants to be the one to give it up the opening. Probing towards Banana. Finds one, finds two. A big double to find for Seb. Goes the Molotov. Allows him to reload, excuse me, but Sandman gets ahead of it and finds the kill finally in response, but still in advantage. Justified and a solid one at that arcade. Furthers it to 2. Kojimo and xaler, the last 2 remaining for this attack. They will go towards A, and it looks like they're going to attempt it as well. If they lose this, Gabe and MDS are going to struggle to buy. Lake finds one good trade from Kojimo with the op and a clutch. We've said it's notoriously difficult to use. Can he do it? A 1 versus 3. 2 players already here. This is another big change spot on the map as well as Graveyard Stairway. No longer protected by a wall. 12 seconds or thereabouts. Player finds on the site. Tries to plant. Wolfie takes him down. No plant secured. Op drop. Won't be recovered. We already have one for 0. And a 12-8 scoreline secured. It was a bit of a stumble from Unjustified. They've been absent from the scoreboard for a little bit, but they do get to 12. As I mentioned, the money for some of these Take Flight players are low. Shambolic even for Gabe and MDS. We're going to call attack pause, talk things out, and figure out how to spread the love on this T side.
Spreading the love is going to be like butter scraped over too much bread, man. It is not going to be sufficient. They're going to work with what they have. They have to. But it's not ideal. And op is that much of a priority?
It's on a map like Inferno of all maps as well. Is very curious.
On T side.
Yeah, T side Inferno.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I do not know about that one. Double techs, double AKs, and that op. We'll see if it works out. It's definitely a bold move. Nade does a lot of damage, though, and Sirix is rotated over to B. Seb up close and personal, MP9. Flash him in. Somebody let him rip like a Beyblade. Just send him in there.
No.
He's got friends.
No one will do so. They're hoping that the corner will take first contact, and then there's the flash. He'll find one. Tech 9 player. And men trading it out. Arcade towards the coffin. Dinks one, takes him down. Second tag bagged. Kojimo finally trades with the op, and xaler finds one as well. Still a 2 versus 2 though, and this rotation from Lake is already present. Won't stop the plant. We'll wait for the rotation instead. Just still anybody's around. Jumping over the smoke could be big. Expected by xaler. Very well done. The last alive now is Wolfie behind the smoke, and the op appears to be watching this one. Both shoot through. Wolfie. Does he go for it? Sitting in the smoke. He shall. Forward, he presses. He's heard. xaler gets the kill. That is a big round for xaler and Kojimo to find as a duo.
That's a huge win for Take Flight off the back of the timeout. It wasn't a good start, but they were able to make it a finish. That's what matters in the end. Not exactly a strong buy forthcoming from Unjustified either. They do not have a lot of cash to work with. Opportunities again here for Take Flight to gain some more ground. Deagles, P2K, USP, 5-7. 1 singular flashbang, 1 vest of Kevlar. Technically, it would be ceramic plates as a vest, but technicalities. Anyways, Wolfie might actually get himself something. Lake is here as well, but xaler will go in. And Wolfie spammed down considerably low. That vest is not going to be worth much now. And he gets hit by the Molotov, too. He's lucky to get out of there completely unburned. Well, this close angle with the USP, I believe, from Steerage, or is a P2000, excuse me. Will not yield much. In fact, it will yield nothing. Wolfie, if he gets one, very lucky man. Not even shot costs. That does grab one. Overall, though, what could you expect from that round from Unjustified?
Nothing much. Knew it was a cobbled together investment. Now it's the rifles coming through. Compromises being made though. Moss for arcade. You at least have an op for Cyrix. You have a kit, you have decent utility, and I will say the pacing of utility from Unjustified has been far better than at Take Flight on the defense.
Moss is out for arcade. He holds the one kit for Unjustified as well. Apps control for Take Flight. A little bit of mid as well. Lots of HEs left for Unjustified. Only one Molotov, one flashbang. Not the best in terms of utility, but it has to suffice. Plenty of nades for Take Flight incoming. Smokes Wolfie on the ballot. Gets the first. Actually, it's Lake to bail him out. Who doubles it up. Make it a third for Wolfie this time as Lake falls to Sandman, but he's traded out nicely. 3 for 1 on the trades. The off from Kojo looking for something. He's made a lot of noise. He's running about. He's the last one standing. Shut down by Wolfie. 13-10 the final on Inferno. And that means Unjustified win the first bout of Counter-Strike 2 in this ECL season for these two teams. That was a weird one, Nate. It was definitely one of the